guys, it's Dave with My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm here to talk to you about an exciting new product we just got in. A brand new version of the RX, the RX Gen 3 from Wismec and Jabo. I've been a pretty big fan of the Jabo, Rouleau's, RX's. This whole line of products has been something I really enjoyed, from the original Reuleaux DNA 200, just that great comfortable feel for a 3 battery mod. The RX Gen 3 is actually going to be a 300 watt device. And actually smaller than the original RX 200 or DNA 200. Great overall little device, nice, small, compact, and powerful. They changed the way the battery door is on this one. Instead of the magnetic plate that's been on all the others, or like the RX 23 had to click in back door, they've gone to a bottom loading battery door. Just kind of push and then springs open. You get your 3 batteries going there like so. They are in a series. You get 2 positive facing down, 1 negative down. Everything goes in there. Slide that door back in place. The power button and your adjustment buttons all look very similar to the original. The screen has changed a bit from like the RX 200S. They went to the way the screen lays out, larger screen with the reading crossways and having to turn it sideways to read it. Looks like a slightly different layout. Nice big bright 55 watts is what I'm reading at, but your wattage is nice and large on there. And then they got like this honeycomb type of set with your voltage, your resistance to your coil, and then your puff counter. And then at the bottom they actually have individual battery indicators, so you can keep track of your batteries, make sure that everything's staying balanced. It does offer a USB charging pass-through with a balanced charge, so you can actually charge your batteries in the device without any issue. I find it kind of cool, there's venting in the side just beside where it says Wismec, just to help keep the batteries cooler in there, help them vent if there is an issue with the batteries needing to vent, so the gas and stuff can escape. But you can also see the edge of your battery, so it kind of makes it cool. If you had a cool battery wrap that might look good with your color of your device, got a cool little option there. This green color is something I was really excited about. I saw Wismec's initial post on our social media and stuff, and I was like, man, if that thing looks as great as it does in pictures, I definitely want the green. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's great. It's almost like a highlighter day glow green. Almost looks glow in the dark. Really cool green. The other colors are more of the traditional, you know, your silvers, your reds, stuff like that. But that green is definitely the one that I think is going to be a very popular color, and it's definitely something that immediately grabbed my attention. The Gen 3, the RX Gen 3, you can get it as just a mod or also with a GNOME tank. The GNOME tank is a 2 milliliter capacity tank. You can get extensions for it to make it a 4 milliliter. There's several different coil options available for it. It comes with 2 of them in the box. You got the WM02, which is a dual coil 0.15 resistance, 30 to 70 watts. And they also give you the triple coil, which ohms out to 0.2, and I believe that was 40 to 130 watts. Nice top fill on the tank. It's nice, just says Jabo here. You push where it says Jabo, everything slides open and you fill it up. Real easy. I know some people have trouble, some of the gaskets up top on like some of the smoke tanks and stuff popping out. Everything's kind of concealed, or it still seals off, but you don't have to worry about that gasket popping out every time you put your fill in. It's solid metal there, which is nice. And then it comes with a 510 ULTEM tip. It looks like a wider bore than it actually is. It looks like it might be larger than a 510, but it is just a 510 tip that goes on there, and you can replace that. On the 510 actually has etched in there, it says Wismec on the other side. I was looking to see if it said Jabo on the other, but Jabo's on the tank, Wismec on the tip. Alright, let's show you the extra coils so you can kind of see what those coils look like. It's a nice beefy sized coil. Pretty large diameter on the coil. This is the triple I was talking about, and just to verify, yeah, it was 40 to 130 watts on that one. I get a good bit of flavor out of this tank. My only complaint really, which I can't really say much about, is it's a 2 mil capacity, but I understand why companies are doing that. I mean, it's part of the new European regulations. 2 mils just simply isn't enough sometimes, especially if you're on a long commute or something, which I drive over an hour every day back and forth for work, so I like to have a tank that's going to last a little longer than a few hits before it's empty. Let's have a couple vapes on it real quick. I'm at 55 watts, like I said earlier when I was trying to describe the wattage looking bright. I, for some reason, told you my wattage. This coil is reading a 0.16 on the device. Let's just fire it up real quick. Real good airflow and flavor coming off of this. The airflow is adjustable at the bottom here. You just turn the little dial, it closes off those airflow. You guys have by now probably seen me talk about several adjustable airflows. This one's kind of cool, the way it's kind of angular shaped. I don't know if that really affects the way the air goes in. I think it might just be aesthetically pleasing, but it does look kind of cool. Let's see if you turn it a little bit. When you get to closing off a good bit, it almost looks like a little triangle of air open. Like I said, I don't know if that actually helps out with the airflow and flavor at all, or if it's just for aesthetics, but good airflow on this little tank. Getting through the menus and the settings is a lot like the other Reuleaux. You tap your fire button 3 times, and that'll go to your different, allows you to open up from power, and you go through to your temperature control nickel, your TCR modes, goes back to power. Actually, once I get to nickel, I think I can adjust from there to titanium and stuff. Yeah. All right, but I like keeping mine on power. I really don't ever run temperature anymore. I enjoy the feel of vaping on wattage mode. But it does have your nickel, your titanium, your stainless steel, your TCR, so it has plenty of temperature control options for you. That's just not my thing. So overall, it's a good looking little device, a good bit of power in it. Like I said, it goes up to 300 watts. I'm not sure if any of their coils off the top of my head can go up to 300 watts. They do have different ones listed on the car. Let's see if, no, it looks like all 3 of them they have listed here, the WM1, 2, and 3. The best wattage range 55-65, 45-60, and 70-90. So no 300 watt coils in there, but it doesn't mean you can't build like an RDA or something and put a nice higher wattage type of build on there. So I think that's going to be it for the RX Gen 3. If you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments below. As always, I'm Dave with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.